I used this ancient meditation technique to buy my dream house and my dream land. It happened 3 years ago when we decided to buy our first house, or actually to build it in the beginning with my wife. And we started searching for a plot of land in our country, in Estonia. We were visiting countless of houses, plots of land, projects. Eventually we found one eco-village that was in creation, Ilmassaare, that they wanted to create a self-sustainable village with its own energy, electricity, water, and workforce, that people who live in the village, they help each other and they get this service hours from that, so that they will get so many hours of help from other people. It was a really bright idea, but 5 kilometers from that village we found our now home. But first of all, we went there and we were already almost buying a plot of land in that village when one clairvoyant person told us that this village is not right for you, that there will be a lot of fights and struggle. And we were like, whoa, but everything seems so nice. How can it be? But okay, we trusted, because we had also this strange gut feeling that don't go there. This place, 5 kilometers from there, is the right place. So, but we found our own land, and it had an old house and the foundations and 3.5 hectares of land, perfect of creating a homestead, in the words of Vladimir Maigret, as he says that every homestead should have at least 1 hectare of land, that they could create their own piece of paradise upon earth. So we were sitting next to the old house there with my wife, and there were those dandelion plum trees, a lot of them, and they were fruiting because it was autumn, and plum trees, and then I asked from my wife, like, what does the Greek, the dandelion plum in our language, Greek, think of us? And she feels and senses, oh, it wants us to shepherd the place. It wants us to come and take care of the whole land. So decided, in my mind, that was a decision. So, and I started focusing my mind solely, entirely, that we are going to purchase this plot of land with the house and foundations. And so we called to the broker when we made our decision that we are going to purchase this land. And the broker said that, sorry, but it has been reserved by a large amount of money. And I said, no, it's our land, that we are going to purchase it. And I hope that that person will never get it. And from that day on, for 3 months, I think we made the decision in September and purchased the place few days before Christmas. So all that time, I was calling almost every day to our broker and asked, how is it? Can we now purchase our land? Almost every day. And I was telling myself that we have this land. This is our house. We are going to buy it. And I was looking for funds to buy it, because when we made the decision to purchase our house, we had no money to purchase it. So I made some deals with some people, not with the bank, with people. I promised myself to work for 3 years in one place, and we eventually got the money. But the money wasn't the problem. The problem was that it was reserved to another person who was going to purchase it. But I was working for it. I was gathering the money. I was focusing my mind and telling people that we are going to buy ourselves house, a plot of land. And people were like listening and okay, so maybe you understand what's the technique. But I was telling people, we are going to do it, and I was gathering the money. And by December, I one day go to the broker and asking like, so is the house available now? And she says, yes, indeed, yes. When shall we go to the notary? And I was like, oh, okay, as soon as possible. And she was like, okay, next week, deal. And I also found out the number of the owner of the place, and I had made agreements with him that we are going to buy this place no matter what. Don't sell it to anyone. Cancel the deal with the broker. So I was just telling all the people that I'm going to buy it. That will be our place. And so eventually we got it in December, and from there on I had decided that I'm going to heal my eyes, and then I'm gonna start building the house. So I was wearing glasses, and I had an eye operation planned for December, and after the operation I was not allowed to do anything for 2 weeks. So I had an operation and was resting and planning the house, and in January I went full on, started demolishing things over there, and it took me half a year demolishing the house, and then I started building, and I got a lot of help from friends and family, and eventually I built a house for my family, and a garden, planted around 30 to 40 trees, and I became expert in using natural materials in building. Like, I could tell you all kinds of stories about materials, why you should use them, etc. So I was also learning a lot of things. And when we had built the house, we moved in, beautiful times. Now we have our foundations waiting to be built upon. So I have to set myself a new goal, that we are building a new house. We are going to build a new house, and it's around 300 square meters, 3 stories, huge basement. We are going to make a swimming pool into the basement, and a timber framed oak house, and we are already beginning the works. You see where I'm going, the technique. I'm already telling you what's going on and what we are doing. Yeah, the works are already beginning, that we had to secure the foundations and then get up the frame and then a roof upon. And then I have time to craft it, to master it, to insulate it. I'm still trying to decide, am I going to build a hempcrete house, or am I going to isolate it with wood walls, wood and wool boards. Hunton is the company, and going to just lime plaster the whole house and make some stucco to the outsides, etc. I'm going to plaster a lot of it. It will be the masterpiece of plastering, you know. So that's our goal on this very moment. So check out the other videos on manifestation down in the description, and there are more concrete guidelines how to manifest different things in your life, and how it's possible when you stay and stick to your vision, and it will become a reality. It can be money, it can be houses, it can be a lot of love in your heart. So happiness is, if you want to be happy, tell yourself, you're happy, my friend, or I am happy, and tell it so many times until you believe it. So subscribe, and see you soon. Check the bell button.